Did you know that the version of Snow White and Rose Red that we all loved as children didn't start with the Brothers Grimm? In fact, its earliest version comes from a woman named Caroline Stahl, who first published a story called The Ungrateful Dwarf in 1816. Born Caroline Dumpf in Latvia in 1776, Stahl's story didn't make the Grimm's collection until 2 decades later. It wasn't until 1837 that the Grimm brothers included a version of the tale, borrowing it after it appeared in a collection by Wilhelm Hoff in 1826. Hoff made a few notable edits. He softened the home life, added a love story, and gave the dwarf a more colourful personality. According to folklorist Jack Zipes, Hoff's version created a more harmonious bourgeois home life for the sisters. But interestingly, there doesn't appear to be any earlier version than Stahl's, which suggests she may have written it herself. In The Ungrateful Dwarf, we meet one of many, many children in a poor family, a girl named Snow White. She finds a short, rather ugly dwarf, no more than ½ metre high, with his beard caught in a tree. He tells her to cut it off, which she does. Then he snatches a sack of money hidden beneath the tree, and despite her kindness, the dwarf gives her no thanks, no reward. He simply creeps away, muttering angrily about his accident. The second time Snow White is with her sister, Rose Red. They're fishing, catching crabs, when they meet the dwarf again. He's rude, ungrateful, and disappears as quickly as he came. The third time, both sisters are together again. The same thing happens, only this time a bear arrives. In a last-ditch effort to save himself, the dwarf offers up the girls to the bear, but the bear doesn't listen. He simply roars and eats the dwarf, skin and hair. After that, the bear transforms into a prince. The girls find a stash of jewels and the family's fortunes are changed forever. To me, The Ungrateful Dwarf reads like someone processing a very specific grudge. Or was Stahl writing about a magical creature? Was she referring to a person with a disability? Or someone who had simply been deeply, deeply rude? Her other tales, like The Two Wicked Sisters and The Good One, follow similar themes where unkindness is punished and goodness is rewarded. Stahl was a teacher and a governess, and like many educators of the time, she wrote what we'd now call didactic stories, tales meant to teach proper conduct, especially to children of the upper class. She married in 1808 and lived in Germany until her husband died 12 years later. Then she returned to the Russian Empire, working as an educator in Belarus and Dorpat. By 1828, she had written 11 more books, mostly for children. Her fairy tales were published in places as far-flung as Riga and abroad, and became widely loved among young readers in the early 19th century. I'm left with many questions about Caroline Stahl. There isn't a lot about her in the biographies. Did she create Snow White and Rose Red from her imagination? Was it a literary fairy tale, a fully original tale? Or was she capturing something from an oral tradition that's since vanished? Or maybe, just maybe, she invented it as a gentle lesson in manners, a story to tame unruly children with the help of a grumpy dwarf and a kindly bear. We'll probably never know the full truth, but once the story entered the Grimm collection, it became a favourite. It showed up in Andrew Lang's Blue Fairy book in 1889. Then again in Thomas Frederick Crane's retelling, Snow White, Fire Red, with Rapunzel-like echoes. And while Disney hasn't quite claimed this story yet, Snow White and Rose Red has endured quietly within the pages of many fairy tale collections, sitting alongside other forgotten tales such as 12 Dancing Princesses, The Six Swans, and Rumpelstiltskin. It may be an underrated fairy tale, but to me, and I suspect to many, many others, it remains a favourite. A tale of sisters, a tale of love between sisters, a tale of the seasons and wildness and strange kindness and what happens when you're kind to others. It's a forgotten treasure worth remembering.